Hi, I'm Doug Jones at Doug Knows Real Estate, and I'm going to talk about buying an investment property. One of my most successful transactions where the customer was just overwhelmed was when the customer was a first-time home buyer, and he bought a house he lived in, and he had a rental. It was a duplex. So he got a built-in tenant, and you know, this was up in Sacramento a few years ago, and the darn thing about it, after he collected his rent and everything, his cash outlay was $350 a month. I'll never forget that. It was the most beautiful thing in the world because he just walked into that transaction. So nice. But rental, I did another video. Rentals, you can qualify actually more than you can for your own single family home. And I want to tell you a few of the rules about rentals though. First of all, and I'm talking about usually first-time renters, first-time buyers of a rental property, okay? Because the people who've been renting for a while, they've got some little different rules. I know what they're doing a lot. But on a single family resident, the person who's going to be a landlord for the first time, one of the things that the lender wants to make sure of that person's own mortgage payment history or rental history. So if the person is renting, which is okay, they can be renting and they're going to buy a rental, but they want to make sure their rental history for the past year. They want to make sure they're paying on time. And then when they get into contract, they want to make sure that a contract to purchase, before the loan will fund, they've got to have a lease agreement or rental agreement contract already signed and the first deposit check already collected. Another thing is the new buyer needs 6 months reserves, almost every case. Rarely it's 12 months, but usually 6 months reserves. And here's what's nice about the rental property as a landlord. 75% of that rental income is used as income. So the buyer is only basically liable for 25% of that payment, liable for the whole payment, but in the math to compute the qualification, only 25%. So therefore they can buy more. I just did a video showing a person could buy a house they lived in for $450,000, but if they bought a rental, they could take it up to $720,000. And what's nice is, now I'm using most of the time about 75% debt ratio or loan to value, and that means they put down 25%. But these rental today, you can actually buy a property, a rental, an investment property, up to 90%. Now, the higher you go, the more expensive it's going to be. And there's going to be some other, real tight credit situations. But 75% of the loan to value is usually about where most investors come in at. That means they put down 25%. But you can go higher if you qualify. So that was very fast. There were just some ideas about rental, but it is possible to buy rental property. And then there's a lot of talk about in rentals, like who do you rent to, where do you rent, how do you manage it, and those will be in future videos.